get my cowboy hat on. Gotta get the cowboy hat right, See who come in the building. Lyte Burly, ATL Burly.
Come in the building.
Let's see who we can get. Oh, no, what happened? All right.
Who's with us at this special occasion?
Yeah. We in the dungeon.
Yes, sir.
We in the dungeon. Got ATL Burly here. You know what I'm saying? Student of sensitivity.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. Loves that sensitive type of flow.
Yeah. Exploring the whole concept of body mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get no better than sensitivity. Especially what we had worked on today. Bagua, man, that's another level right there.
That
man.
Bagua, they don't really be knowing about that Bagua. Like, no. I ain't gonna lie. When I went to when I went out of town, I ain't gonna name the places, faces. All right. Trying to put nobody on blast, but they ain't have a lot of respect for the Chinese kung fu. Especially I think there's a lot of people because of MMA that have lost sight in the powers of Chinese kung fu. Because I believe in every man's interpretation of fighting can be used if you look at it from the right.
From the right angle, man. It don't have to. I mean, now if you're looking at it in a fantasy context, you're not going to get that realism that you're looking for. But you also have to use what they say pressure testing. You know what I'm saying? That's always have to be part of your regimen, always.
Yeah, I think that's probably a lot where Chinese kung fu takes the hit.
Yeah.
Because we see the forms, we see the stretches, but we don't see too much of that pressure testing. That battle testing type of thing.
Well, when you get used to what you do and you feel as if it's the end all be all, you don't see you're not going to see any type of improvements after that. You're not going to want to discover anything beyond that barrier.
Yeah.
Okay. And the barrier is pressure testing, and certain martial artists escape from that. They don't want anybody to know that they're not able to, spar or anything like that.
Yeah. Why you think it's that? You think it's a fear of actual fighting, or do you believe that some of these arts give room for you to express yourself without having to express yourself in real time, like really fighting or something?
To me, it's the fear.
The fear.
If they, it depends on the context. Like if they say, look, this style is for protecting yourself, this, that, and the other, but there's no pressure testing, it's because they have the fear, or they just don't believe in their skill set. That's what it is. They don't really believe in it because there's no pressure testing. Yeah. And which is understandable.
Well, getting hit is never fun.
Yeah, but you're not going to pressure test your craft. You don't believe in it.
Yeah. Getting hit is never fun. But I think that if you haven't understood the hit from the side of the hit, you can't really understand it. So, meaning if I'm turn your chair towards me a little bit, so we give them a little free flow too.
Okay.
So now, let's see. Okay, the left hook. So if I don't know what the left hook is really trying to do, my understanding of throw the left hook of my closed door may be wrong. See?
Exactly.
I didn't go up further enough because I really don't understand what the left hook is trying to do.
That's correct.
But I know the area that the left hook is going for. So when you go for that area, you throw it, I know my closed door has to be tighter.
Exactly.
It can't be something loose because this even creating this hole right here, even if I got it up to there, but I created this hole, I'm still hit. Hold on 1 second. Keep it going. Keep it talking.
Look, and pretty much you want to know how to work your 52, how to work your martial arts without demonstrating any type of pressure testing, not going out there and actually, sparring. Sparring is one of the prime and fundamental concepts in fighting. It don't get any better than that. And anybody tells you, well, this martial arts system is better than that martial arts system without pressure testing it, their natural bone lie. You know, you gotta bring that pressure test out there to the forefront. You know, and that's what we do here in 52 AOD. Um, we pretty much put out there to the forefront, and it's also show as a way to know our system even better. Get more crafted with our skill set, because you won't know yourself better if you don't go out there and test yourself.
That's right.
And we use the tool of fighting to know ourselves as an individual and also as a team.
Yeah, right.
You agree?
Yeah, I missed part of that.
Yeah.
What was that? What was the David Pollock, Kevin Wheeler. That's right. We got ATL Burly on deck. You
Yes,
see
sir.
him?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Now,
sir. Salute.
Each student that I have has a special meaning. ATL Burly, he's somebody that took to the sensitivity.
Yes.
Over, like, some people come for the boxing, some people come for the grappling, and really are like quick with it. Very quick catch on when it comes to the sensitivity. If you're ever in Georgia and you need some of that sensitivity training, you got to come check the homie. And why is sensitivity, RK, salute, why is sensitivity so important is because even the best strikers are going to fall into the gap of grappling. So
yes.
Once again, even, no matter how good their hands is, I'm going to miss. And then it's going to be a grappling situation from here. From there, this is where all of this sensitivity, and see right now, my sensitivity and his energy is what's going to find the shot. So your sensitivity is, to me, is part of your craftiness. See, when you start adding sensitivity into the game, you start thinking more in the fight. What do you think?
Oh, yes. I mean, it's to me, man, when it gets down to the the grappling, it's to me, in my opinion, it's more of a thinking game now.
Yes.
It's more, okay, is your pressure going to outdo my footwork? Because it's the footwork that moves the body, get the other person to move to a point where you want them to move. You see what I'm saying?
Well, I've always said if we was fighting in space with torque matter, torque would matter in space. There's no gravity. So what you have to learn how to use is the power of gravity, because gravity is determining the pressure that you take.
Yes.
If both of my feet are grounded,
yes,
and he's hitting me with a good punch, make a punch,
and
he's hitting me with a good punch, I'm pretty much taking all of this energy.
Yes, sir.
I'm pretty much eating all of this energy. Clarence Edward, would it be? Seen ATL in many of your vids. He's real, knows his stuff. Yeah,
appreciate
definitely,
it, brother.
man.
Appreciate you.
Definitely. He
salute,
definitely, like
salute.
I said, for a student that really takes it serious, he's him. Like, he's doing hours of training every day without me having to call him. I ain't got to call him. I know when I speak to him, it's going to be about the training.
Exactly.
But he's definitely really leaned more towards, the sensitivity. Now, y'all seen me rolling the ball on my arms. Like, people who know me know I do that drill. Let me tell you how this man just crazy with it. I come to his crib. He has a string.
Yeah.
And he is rolling the ball on the string. Now, I'm pretty clever. You didn't see me roll the ball on the wall, or on the pole, on trees. I'm pretty clever with it. But I have never thought about using a string. See, and this is why, other men have to be involved, because your bias only gives you one perspective. Like, it's like tunnel vision for a horse. Your bias is your tunnel vision. So to make something whole, you got to bring in every man's bias.
Exactly.
And he took it to the next level. He took sensitivity to the next level, and more than, I think, and a lot of teachers get caught up in, that's my student. That's my student. Now, I say that as in student of the information.
Yes.
Not my student.
Yes.
See, because that builds into that that narcissistic attitude. Like, it's right there. Arrogance is right there on the other side of confidence. Right on the other side of confidence, there's arrogance. So when you hear, like, that's my student, I'm not really with that. He is pure quality with Buddha beads. They know about your Buddha beads. Yeah, see, he wearing it right now. He is a true Buddha bead. Yeah, man. He is a true Buddha bead wearer.
There's a lot of things you could do with this, man. I mean, not just striking. We're talking about grappling. You're talking about hitting with the wrist, you know what I'm saying? You know, across a person's head or whatever. So it's a lot that you could do with it.
Yes.
You know, so
yes.
I mean, but like he said, being a student of the information.
Information, not of the actual person.
Yes,
you
exactly.
know, like, he is not a student of minds. He is a student of the information I possess. Because now it's his information. See, when you pass it, it becomes theirs. You got to let it go. My teacher told me, like, you got to get rid of all of this before you die. Now that you gathered, it's like gathering millions and millions of dollars. Before you die, you got to splurge it. You ain't taking it with you. The millions don't buy your way into heaven or hell. Either which way you go, your money ain't going to matter.
Exactly. I mean, it's like when you hold the information, you also help people become innovators. Okay. Let's take it back. You know, from the idea of the ball with the horn. You know, I wouldn't be able to do that. I mean, do it with the string. You know, if you didn't start that.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? So that's what Lyte is talking about, being a student of the information.
Yes.
And whatever I do with the Buddha beads, I want somebody else to take it and do something way different.
That's right.
And that's right. What it's all about. Each one teach one.
That's right.
You know, we training teachers, we're training men to become teachers. And that's the point of the game.
Oh, Kevin Willis said, sharing truth is confidence. Oh, powerful. Well, yes, now, to everybody in the chat, we must salute Kevin Wheeler. Now, I'm going to tell you why. Because when you get support, that's always a great thing. But when you get support from a warrior, and you could tell, I haven't met him, but energy is real. And his support and what he's doing to help fund, like, you know, that's, as I said with men, see, with real men, we put our money where our mouth is. That's what being a man is about. Put your money where your mouth is. You know what I'm saying? So if you support something, you put your money there. And when men put their money on something, you must highly appreciate it. Especially when it comes from warriors, because we all working to get ahead. So when a man breaks you out off of his piece and has a family and everything like that, that's the real. So we salute Kevin Wheeler. Everybody in the chat, salute that warrior. Appreciate you. Your hats are on the way. I got you one of these sleeves. I do, but yours is gold. I got you the black and gold one to go with that hat. He done went and brought 3 hats. He's so serious with it. He ain't just buy 1 hat, not 2 hats. He bought 3 hats, so he got the sleeve coming with it. And something extra. That's right. Yes, that's how we do around here. We appreciate everybody that's helped fund the war and keep I don't want to say real martial arts alive, but applicable martial arts. Martial arts that can be applied for what would be considered combat. And we don't come from the side of what you can do to the man. We come from the side of what we ain't gonna let that man do to us. That's called defense. Right?
Hey, agree 100%.
He was speechless on that one. He couldn't even pick up from that one.
That was deep right there,
that was deep.
Philosophical.
Smash that like button. We getting deep over here. We got 10 people in the building. Can we get 10 likes? 10 likes going around. Can we get 10 likes? 10 likes, 10 likes. 9 people in the building. Can we get 9 likes? But we over here talking martial art talk, you know. So you did martial arts before you found out about 52, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It started when I was 9.
Okay.
One of the first martial arts. Well, the first martial arts that I learned was jailhouse.
All right. Speak up a little bit for the people.
The first martial arts I have learned was jailhouse from my cousin. You know, back then when I was 9.
Okay.
So,
and how did he define it? Let's get into it.
He didn't define it as 52. He defined it like jail fighting.
So what
You
they
know,
is
so
like anything
yo,
goes. Type,
anything goes.
you
Anything
biting,
goes.
you stabbing.
Yeah, that's it. That's
Yeah.
it. So basically, the first things he taught me is how to fight on the wall. From the
Okay,
wall.
now that's a
You know
a
what I'm
principle of
saying?
52
But it
though.
actually
Okay.
worked. It
Okay.
actually worked.
And
So
what was his thing?
his thing was closed door. You know,
Okay,
so
against
double
the
guard.
wall.
Yeah, high gate.
Uh-huh.
Okay, jab straight, jab straight.
Did he say why you put your back against the wall? Now this is the real thing.
The reason why you keep your back against the wall is to keep you up, keep you standing up, just in case you're dealing with multiple fighters. You have to maintain your position at all times, because as soon as you leave that wall, your wall is your best friend for right now.
Yeah. Because couldn't they circle you?
Yes, they could circle you. And once they circle you, oh my God.
Yeah. Ain't too much martial arts happen. Once the wolves circle you, I don't care what karate, kung fu, Muay Thai you got in you. If you ain't got a weapon, you're going down.
Exactly. And, and it actually was used when I went into middle school.
Okay.
Yeah, I got jumped by Crips in the bathroom.
Okay, break it down. How that fight goes.
Oh man, I was like, you was in the restroom,
okay,
or whatever, and a whole bunch of like, I don't know how many were there. It was like several of them. Okay. And these are the guys that was been pinking on me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So they had a little bully.
Yeah, little bully.
We
you know
don't
what I'm saying?
like
So I remember what my cousin told me. You know what I'm saying? Place yourself right in front of the wall, back against the wall. And it was this guy. He took off his coat and he hit me from.
He stole
on me, and that's when everybody started jumping on me. So I'm doing everything he showed me. Closed door, double guard. He didn't call it that back then. High gate and everything. So if I get an open room for attack, I throw my 1-2,
and then you go back into your shell.
Yeah,
that's smart.
Yeah,
that's smart.
But
that's real.
I got fucked up, but I did not die. I did not get crippled.
See, now that's a real story. He said, I took the beating, but I did not get crippled. See, sometimes we got to understand what victory is. We always see the victory of you smiting your opponent on the rocks and walking home. Sometimes the victory is you ain't died. Sometimes that's the victory, meaning you took the whooping, but because of what you did, you ain't died. They ain't kill you. See, we got to understand victory in every sense of the word. The victory isn't always you kill your opponent, you beat them down, you going through your karate, you chop him, kick him with the kick. He go, nah. Sometimes what you do was just enough to stop them from killing you, not from them beating on you, from killing you. So part of being a fighter is also taking pain, people, and this is where most people fall off track. This is where most people fall off track here. It's because they don't want the pain associated with fighting. And let me tell you, there is a pain, many of them, associated when you cross the line and want to go mano a mano with somebody. Or even if you just protecting yourself from somebody attacking you. A true fighter has to become very familiar with pain. There was one karate guy that said he would name the pain. That's John. That's Fred. Like neck pains, he would call Joe. The neck pain is Joe. Shoulder pain is Fred. Ankle pain is John. So why he did that was because when his ankle started hurting, he was like, oh, that was just John. So what he's doing is familiarizing himself. See, he was Manchurian. This is deep, people. Smash that like button. I'm getting deep right now. He was Manchurian candidating himself. He was brainwashing himself by giving the pain a name. So when he felt the pain, he can associate the pain with the name as if it was his friend, not his enemy.
That's deep.
So when that pain came maybe in battle, he could work through it. Where other people, soon as the pain hits you, you're a stranger to it. You ain't got no knowledge of it. You go down. That hurts. Oh, my ankle. Oh, my God, it's hurting. But when his ankle hurt, he was like, oh, that's just John. John talking to me. I can't talk right now, John. I'm fighting. Craziness, but this is the craziness of fighting. This is the psychological warfare. See, fighting is happening on the 3 levels, the Trinity. Mind, body, soul. The fight is happening on all levels. Your soul is fighting. Your mind is fighting and your body is fighting if you're one of the high level fighters. you get all three. Most of us are only operating on one or two of the Trinity. But the warrior that's operating on all three, he is the enlightened warrior. He's operating on mind, body, meaning his mind is strategic enough to outthink you. His body is conditioned to give pain and take pain. Yeah. His soul is engaged because he only fights for a righteous cause. See, you can't get the warrior to kill you if it ain't for a righteous cause. He's going to go around you. So, but when you violate, you just turned his soul on. Yeah. So now all he has to bring is mind and body to the party. And it's a party that you ain't probably going to survive because he's fighting from the Trinity. You're probably only fighting from one, if one, you know. So that's the whole deepness of fighting that goes into that said victory. That not all victories is you smite your opponent. Some victories, you just survived.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You just survived. He beat you, but your conditioning was strong enough to live.
But you know what? Thinking back in that day, if my cousin ever came in my life and taught me those just fundamentals, I don't know if I would have been living. You know, I don't know if I mean, because not using the back of the wall as your best friend, not using certain blocks to defend yourself.
Yep.
I mean, all it takes is one hit, and you're done.
Yep. And while your cousin was so correct, he told you to use closed door.
Yeah.
Why? Because most fighters only can throw round. See, straight punches are trained. You got to train to do this. Most people don't just do that at a good level without slapping. No, you got to learn this. See, these wide punches, everybody throw these. You can throw those and not know nothing. So by his cousin teaching him closed door, he was pretty much saying most people you run into are going to throw wide. And it helped you, right? They were throwing wide, right? Exactly. So that's the genius. See, and that you know, a lot of me myself, I was able to systemize the art of 52 to make it something that you can really grasp. But there are a lot of good 52 block fighters that I'm going to interview, my cousins and them, that may not have all of the intricate moves I may have, but they had their 3 or 4 moves and they was rocking. And they were rocking. And they're going to tell you these stories, just like what he's saying. That's all he needed. You don't have to go through a whole list of 52 to fight somebody unless you're fighting God. Now, if you're fighting God, you may need all 52. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But if you fighting a mere mortal like us, you may need like 2 blocks because you still are on the attack. You know, you're not just blocking. And then your defense doesn't just end up at blocking. That's when the Burleys come in. Is that our defense is layered. You getting footwork, feints, slips, dips. How I train.
Man,
talk about
footwork after footwork after footwork, weight distribution, the ability not to get hit.
Repetition.
That's repetition after repetition. I mean, I'm talking about when you first start, man. I mean, your knees is just feeling like jelly.
Yeah, exactly. Everything on jelly.
You shaking.
Jelly and jam.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's very intense.
Yeah. See, you gotta first be jelly if you want to jam.
Yeah.
Yeah. I said that. You got to first be on jelly if you want to jam. You got to be on jelly if you want to jam with the big boys. Because you got to build that leg strength.
It's not easy.
That's when you jam it. Jelly and jam. Y'all get it. Y'all see what I'm doing. That's wordplay. Go ahead. Talk about it.
I mean, even studying the AOD method, it took my game up to a higher level.
Yeah.
You see, where I could move from different angles, open up different angles, setting up my strikes or what so forth. You see?
So, can I ask you, what brought you over to 52 AOD? What did you see that? Because you already had martial arts experience. You've been in the army.
Yes, sir.
So you already soldier-minded, disciplined. You can't tell me if you go through the army, you cannot tell me that's not something you're going to get. You may not, I don't know about your gun bow, but you will learn some discipline. Right, correct?
Correct. I don't think you could be disciplined enough. I wanted to add discipline on top of discipline.
Well, see, so you had discipline. Like 52 ain't bring you your discipline.
Exactly.
You had martial arts.
Exactly.
So what made you What brought you? What was the spark in '52 that you said I got to learn this?
I ain't gonna lie. That time you threw that video up there when you was hitting the steel pole.
Oh, when I was
yes, yeah. Yo, man,
you see these Smickeys? I'll punch steel poles, baby. You see these Smickeys?
Yo, that was crazy. I was like, man, I have to learn from this guy because it was just incredible what you was doing because I haven't seen anything like that. You see what I'm saying? I was like, yo, I want to work with him, but I also when you start teaching the art of defense, the ability not to get hit, and I don't want to get hit ever. You know, I know how it feels to get hit to the point like you might well just you feel like you want to give up your life or whatever like that.
Some hits can do that.
It could.
The body shot to make you want to give up.
Exactly. Yeah. So
I got some good body shots too.
I mean, that's the reason, you know, and also be a better protector for my family. That's the most important. And I think as far as like self-defense and preservation, you give that type of concept,
self-preservation,
to your family right there, man. Yeah.
Well, I believe self-preservation is at the people say self-defense. I say self-preservation. You know, because self-defense can offer you being the kamikaze. You could be a martyr. You can tape a bomb to your face, grab your op, and blow up with him. That'll be self-defense. Now, self-preservation is you tape the bomb to him, kick him down the hill, and watch him blow up.
Yeah.
That's self-preservation. See, that's what I believe in. That's my fighting style. Is I'm not here to kill myself to kill you. Yeah. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no. That's why I don't hit Mackie Robbie boys. I don't do none of that. I'm not going to break down my body to beat up another man. That's kung fu movie where they stick in their hands in fire and all that crazy. You know, listen. I could kill all my nerve centers. My woman ain't gonna be able to touch me. I ain't doing all of that to hurt another man. But I will be the master of self-preservation, which is I will build up other things to protect me and my family without hurting myself. You know, and I think that's part of the kung fu fantasy. Is easy to get caught up. Like people think you gotta hit Maki robber boards and you know and there's certain conditioning that can be done. Like you can hit a bag and get the same conditioning that you get from a Maki Robbie boy. Like punch and steal like I was doing. I was young. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't do it now. Yeah. You know, punch and steal is not going to make your hands harder. What happens is you break your hands down and they callous. And it's not really a hardness, it's just you're deforming yourself. For what? You can go hit a bag, get the same stuff, and you know, without even the bag can hurt your hand. You hit a 400-pound heavy bag and you break your wrist. So even you can hurt your hand on the bag. So the key is don't kill yourself to kill that man, just kill that man.
Another good condition I would say is a low stance training.
Oh, low stance, anything building up legs, hell yeah.
I mean, that would burn your thighs, and everything, bro. I mean, that's taking it, especially when you're walking around the laps, bro.
I think a lot of us are very stranger to our legs.
Yeah.
We're very familiar with our hands, but strangers to our legs because pretty much, what job are your legs doing but carrying you? You know, your hands, you're manipulating stuff. Like I'm holding stuff. You know, your hands get a good play all through the day. But your legs and feet just carry you. So when you're doing low stances or anything like that, you're pretty much building up your bond with your lower half, which is important. The horse stance, there's nothing wrong with those. Even in the horse stance, standing 50-50, when we do a kickstand balance, there's nothing wrong with practicing the horse stance because you're still building leg strength, which is very important to the thing. Like you got to think of your body like a slingshot. The base of the slingshot is stable. That's the part that you hold it. It's this part that's flexible, the top that you pull a rock back on. So if you looked at yourself like a slingshot, your legs would be the base that's so it holds. Your upper half is the slingshot. So meaning your base must be a base. If you got a strong base, you may not have Deontay Wilder hitting power, but you're going to have respectful force. Yeah. They're going to have to put some respect on your name. You hit on one of them torque things like,
I'm not Deontay Wilder, but let me torque into a punch on you. Oh, you're gonna put some respect on my name, because I'm hitting you with our weight. That's 160 pounds of pressure. Now it may not be 300, but you put 160 pounds of pressure across your jaw, upside your head, and see if it don't change how you feel.
Whole different feeling.
And that's how you fight someone bigger. If you got to fight, if I had to fight someone bigger, every punch I throw probably gonna be a torque punch, because I got to make you feel me. Like, you bigger than me, but you gonna feel me because I'm every shot 160 pounds. Boom, boom, 160 pounds. Every shot, you gonna feel me because I got you bigger than me. So I got to get you to respect me immediately. Like, hold on. Even though he's smaller than me, he torquing them punches. You know what I'm saying? You can't be slap punching someone bigger than you. You slapping on them, he just bang, just get you up out of there. No, if you got to fight somebody that outweighs you, you got to put that special sauce on every burger. Every burger got to come with special sauce, and that's that turning your body into it. No arm punching, none of this. Everything got to be bang, bang, bang. You got to get him to respect your name, because even being smaller, you still can get some respect. It's like trying to fight a cat. Cat is way smaller than us, but fight a cat and see if you don't put some respect on that cat's name. Like 5 pounds, he'll make that 5 pounds work.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He'll put that 5 pounds on you, because he coming with everything. He ain't coming with he coming with the whole 5 pounds fury. And so it's 5 pounds, but it's coming at you hard and fast. It's going to shock anybody. If I slap you with a 5 pound weight, you're going to put some respect on my name. You know what I'm saying? It's just 5 pounds, but you're going to respect it.
Give them the most strongest 5 pounds you could give them. I tell you that.
Yeah, they showed the Wolverine beating wolves.
Yeah.
The Wolverine ain't like, the wolves is like 200 pounds, 300 pounds. Wolverine mad small, but when he come at you with everything he owned. He backed down 4 wolves. The wolves was like, yo, let's leave this little dude alone. He's wilding. You know what I'm saying? The Wolverine got respect.
Pretty much the concept of utilizing leverage, creating leverage.
Yes, you got to come with everything you own. If you're going to fight someone bigger than you, come with everything you own. Can't be throwing no half shots. No, you got to come with you got to come with your ass. Pardon me. You got to come with everything. And hell got to be behind you. You got to come with everything, and hell has to follow you. That's how you fight someone bigger than you. You got to break their will of fighting. Like, salute to the Ukrainian forces that's fighting the Russia. They're smaller, but they're breaking the Russia's morale to even fight, because they bringing everything. They brought ass and hell, and that's the problem. When you bring those two things together, you're gonna be a problem to anything walking. You bring butt cheeks and hell, that's a fight. That's a fight. I had an old timer told me one time. He said, "Lyte, you a better fighter than me, but I'm gonna tell you one thing. When you come and fight, bring lunch." I'm like, "What do you mean bring lunch?" He said, "Because we're gonna be at it all day." What? I had to put some respect on his name.
Yeah, he's looking to give the
business. Yeah, he said, "You may take the first 5 rounds, but we got 24 more rounds to go, youngin. I'm gonna get mine."
So that lets you know he has good energy.
Yes.
He has a good stamina.
Yes.
And he's gonna work his stamina.
Yes.
He's gonna utilize that.
Yes. He's saying, "I'm fighting all day.
Yeah.
So bring lunch." You ain't gonna just get off and walk away on me. We here all day. Tie in. You know what I'm saying? That will break any man's morale. Like, I only came to fight for an hour. I ain't come to make this an all-day thing. He broke my will when he said it. Because I'm like, I ain't come to make this an all-day thing. Oh, we got a $5 super chat.
Where we at?
Lord J-Mo, $5 on the super chat.
Salute.
My fault, I wasn't even hitting my question buttons. How do you balance smoking weed and training cardio? I want to know for training. That's a good one. Now, to me, it's every smoker is different. I'm the type of smoker that I smoke and I want to work out. You know, if you're a smoker that smokes and want to lay down, maybe you shouldn't be smoking during training. Like, save it for like after training. If you're a person that when you smoke, you want to you start seeing things and you want to work out, I would say you can balance it like one joint after every workout. In Chile, they have a boxing program built into smoking weed. It's a weed and boxing program. You smoke before and after. My teacher had me smoke weed. He called it 3 spliff boxing. You smoke 3 enormous spliffs with him, and then you sparred. Why did he do it? Because he said that's the closest simulation he can give you to, I just knocked you out, you came back, and you still got to fight. Because your head is woozy. Because my head is cloudy, and he talking about let's spar. So that cloudiness, he was saying that's the same cloudiness you're going to feel when someone knock you out and you wake up.
I didn't think of it.
Yeah. So he had me fighting with a cloud where I had to shake off the high, and because he had the jab popping, and I'm, like my reaction was like I'm smoked out, so my reaction was like 4 seconds short of every, like I thought I was moving, but the jab kept hitting me, so I said okay, I had to shake. And what he taught me is you can shake a high off, and that's where we get the don't blow my high. See, the thing about weed is not like crack cocaine and dope. Like someone could literally blow your high. You could really be smoking in a good joint, and your wife come in and say, you know what? I'm leaving you today. I want the divorce papers. I bet you won't be high no more. I bet that high leave you super fast. Super, super fast. Just get out of there on you. See, you can blow a high. You know what I'm saying? Because this is very cerebral. So this is why I believe weed can help you with training it, because it's a cerebral thing. It'll help you come up with, like, a lot of my exercises I came up with. I was high. Rolling the ball on the walls and all that. Yeah, I was high as a helicopter. But it was good training. I got something out of it because I was being creative with my environment and my surroundings. So I would say, hey, you can smoke after every joint. Wow, to train that way will work for me. Salute, get to it, player. Salute, get to it.
That's a good way of thinking about it.
Yeah,
Looking at it.
It's kind of like using the high. Like, why just get high for the sake of getting high? That may be a problem. Like, when you getting high for the sake of getting high, then probably got a problem.
You use it as a training concept, man.
Well, if you use it as a training concept, and like I said, a lot of times when I'm smoking, I get to thinking, I get to writing, I get to doing 300 push-ups. I'll smoke a joint, then do 300 push-ups, like zone out.
Facts.
Just gone.
Facts.
So that's using the high. You can make the high work for you, or you can sit in your basement, stare at the wall, waste your day smoking joints, and then the high is destroying you. That was that old commercial with the little kid said, all my brother does is smoke weed. He was walking down the steps, and then he opened the room, and he was just in there burnt out. He said, but that's all he does all day. See, that man had a problem. He wasn't using his high to efficiency. He was just in there burnt out, just letting time go by. You don't want to do that. You don't want to smoke and just become a burnout. No. You want to burn up and then learn up. That's a T-shirt. See, you see how Uncle Burly be doing. Yeah. You got to burn up, then learn up. Learn up. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Burn up, then learn up. But all right. So let's go on. What was okay? I got a question for you because you said your cousin had already showed you something different. So what was the difference that you could see from what you got from your cousin that you learned from being the Burly 52?
The difference with my cousin is like the Burlyism, man. It's footwork.
Okay.
Footwork. It's actually paying attention more to yourself than just others.
Okay.
And constant training and constant development, and want to be part of, something that's bigger than you.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's more like have a military concept to me. That's what I said earlier. Discipline on top of discipline.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So one of it is the footwork, man.
Okay. So your cousin wasn't too much talking about the footwork. He was talking about the shapes. My cousins, my cousins talked mainly about the shapes. They weren't really talking about they didn't and even the shapes they never broke down to me. I just had to imitate them. They showed me one thing I can say, and this is why I don't want anybody to ever think I'm a hater. Now, You know, I may say stuff, I may say things, but I ain't no hater. One person that was good at breaking it down was I'm Mr. 52. Really enjoy your stuff, bro. I got a question. Do you ever trap off of the skull and bones, like coming down into a lopsal with the top hand? Mr. Gary, what's that? Watkins?
Mr. Watkins.
Do I ever trap? So that would be something like let me see if I can understand. So if he threw a shot and I was here, yeah, well, just use this one for instance.
Right.
You would be saying something like this. I believe in those moves only in grappling. Coming from like out here, I think that's too. There's not enough time. Like you would have to be like mutant like quick. Like you would have to have like already very like a Ryan Garcia. Like you ever seen this boxer? That left hook is like the Flash, but that's a gift he has. So now if you had a gift of speed, you might be able to pull that off. If you was a mere mortal like myself, I don't think you would have enough time to pull that off of a strike, the lopsal. Like I don't even believe lopsal can really be good off of a strike, you know, because the timing you need under that type of duress and pressure of someone really trying to put whoop ass on you is going to be hard. Now, if we were in some type of grapple and we were struggling and I did this to that, I could see that.
Yeah.
I could see that. But we're already engaged. We're interlocked already. But not coming from out here, I couldn't see that.
Yeah,
like
from,
it would, to go from from here to here to here, out off of a strike, that would be hard. But definitely, if he got hands on me, see, people, your 52 block shape still works. See, this hand here, look, this is in this elbow coming up is actually a hit. I'm saving it because this is my my people. Mm-hmm. But if this was a real time grappling, I'd whack him here, and then I could pull away with all of that good that you can get from Wing Chun to me, which is like I've done some videos on Chi Sao, which I believe Chi Sao to be one of the greatest gifts that Wing Chun offers. Hopefully that answered your question. Kind of long-winded, you know what I'm saying? But hopefully that answered your question. Good question.
Yeah, that was
good question. Good question. But Skull and Bones, like you gotta you gotta remember that Skull and Bones can be an eye blink. That's the best thing about it. So if he's throwing a shot, and I'll use my rear Skull and Bones, and then I'm back, it gotta be like an eye blink. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta remember you're fighting against a supercomputer that's trying to remember things. So if you do things too much, his supercomputer's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now I'm a make him do it and then punch over it.
Exactly. So
your Skull and Bones needs to be an eye blink. It needs to be a quick motion. Hold on. What it do, Lyte Burly from Texas? How do you get in Denton, Texas for sparring for a session? How do I pay you to come to Texas? Oh, that's what's up. See, that's what I'm talking about. See, this is a man trying to support the war. You can reach me at 347-816-5357. That's 347-816-5357. We chop it up, you know. Pretty much you just get me out there. Definitely. That's definitely one step. Think the professor. Just put it in the chat. Wrench gang in the building.
Salute, brother. Salute.
Yeah, he just put my number in the chat. So just reach out, send me a text, you know, and we set it up. I come to Texas, and people know I travels. I'm with that. I'm with the shits. I'm with the shits. I love that. But but like I was saying, a lot of these 52 block shapes can be used in grappling. Like when you get close, when he gets close to you,
yes.
How does your defense become an offense? Because a lot of your defense is elbow led. Not all of the 52 blocks is elbow led, but a large majority of the blocks are elbow led, right? So. They have an elbow lead. So even if I'm in here and I'm thinking about doing a triangle trade, which is this, I can parry here, slap with the elbow, strike with the elbow. That would be this move. Bang, bang. So when you get close, you become what we call the blender. You blend him. And these type of moves, I ain't even got to think about. Like, I can be strategic, or I can just go crazy. You know what I'm saying? I can just go stone loco with my 52 and eat him alive. Eat him. I ain't even got to think about it. Because like I said, most of the blocks are elbow led. So you're coming ha. Like you going bananas on him. He gonna let you go. or he gonna get that work. He got two choices. Let you go or get that work. Don't you need to work on elbow and strength for 52 blocks? The funny bone hurts when you So you can there's Jim, there's no training that you can ever stop the funny bone from being the funny bone. The funny bone is the funny bone for life. There's no training. And your elbow needs no training. It's one of your strongest blunt instruments, equivalent to your knee. See, the elbow of the leg is called what? The knee. And the knee is another strong battering ram. That's why knees do so much work. They had one MMA fight, he covered up and he broke his forearm with the knee. He covered up, but he ran that knee right into the forearm and snapped. The forearm is a strong bone. He snapped it. See, these things don't need conditioning. Now, your forearm can get some conditioning. Your shin bone can get some conditioning. That's what Muay Thai does when they kicking trees. They're building up the shin. That can take a little conditioning. Your forearm can take some because, the flatness of, you can condition hitting that against, even the Wing Chun dummy is good. I like that because the Wing Chun dummy gives you some good conditioning on this part of your arm. Yeah. Thank you from both of y'all. Be in touch. Salute.
Salute, brothers.
So that, you can get that. All of this can definitely be conditioned. Your knuckles, you can condition your knuckle. Like, I don't want to say you can't punch something like wood, but don't get crazy with it. Yeah. Don't get crazy with it. Like, try not to, destroy your hand, doing it. Because if you punch correctly, you don't need none of that. And what's punching correctly is this. Hold your hand up. Mm-hmm. So these type of punches, see, the problem with these type of punches is that you want to stay away from little bone. Yep. So that's all correct punching teaches you that when I throw the right hand, look at these never touch his hand. These are never going to touch it. He's getting clipped with these.
I can feel that too.
The two knuckles supported by the forearm. The same thing with throwing the hook. When I throw the hook, my whole hand ain't supposed to land. Because then I'm landing on the punch knuckles. So when I throw the hook, he's getting this. Okay. And this is what's happening. You see the two knuckles at the bottom are not even touching them. Same thing with the uppercut. When I throw the uppercut, these two knuckles don't even touch. That's correct punching. See, that's why you need to learn correct punching. Because till then, you're doing this type of stuff. Stop. Mm-hmm. You looking like sis in them. Mm-hmm. You out there looking like sis. You like, stop. No.
Oh my God.
Yeah, when you hit with this part of your hand, you have just now turned to your sister. Press 1. When you hit with this part of your hand, you've just turned to your sister and your auntie.
That's your sister to help you.
That's your sister and your auntie and you coming out of you. When you want your uncle to come out of you, you gotta turn that. You gotta turn that thing over. And then you stabbing with it because you bringing it back. Oh, everything is doing this.
Stab you with the punch.
Stab you with the punch. Mm-hmm. Stab you with the punch. That's right. Lock that wrist, buddy. That's right. Lock that wrist up. There ain't none of this type of stuff. Mm-hmm. Your punches have to turn like. This turn motion of your punch it's in every punch. Jab, straight, hook, uppercut. See that turn? Even the overhand. Bang. So they all because spiral motion is the motion of death. Spiral motion. So this motion. That's the motion of death. A bullet, when it hits you, is doing this.
Exactly.
If someone stabs you and does this, you're probably done.
Yeah.
Like if they give you one of these, get you to the hospital in time, you'll survive because they went in and out. But if they go in and twist, oh, you're in trouble.
Oh, you're messing up.
Yeah, you're messed up.
Messing up.
Yeah, you're messed up because he just twisted your insides. It's going to be hard for them to fix that. So spiral energy is the energy of death. And that's why you want the punch to spiral. Everything spiral. Even your hook, spiral. You want that turn energy going into them. And if you're bare knuckle fighting, you're probably ripping the skin.
It don't even take that much too, because it feels like I'm, it's like a knife.
It feels like a
hitting
knife,
my
right?
palm right now. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? It don't take that much.
Exactly.
Especially when you turn it correctly.
That's punching correctly. The legs and moving your heads and keeping up, hands up. Your fight going to be a beautiful dance. That's right.
I would salute to that.
When you said, that's my bank account right there. Spiral. It'll come back up. It'll come back up. What goes down rises again, just like the South.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's correct punching. Is that? And even when you kick, there's a twist energy, that spiral energy that happens with the kick. It's just happening on the foot. Your foot turns over, whoop, just like this. So everything turns for torque and spiral energy, and that is correct striking. When you get spiral energy into your strikes, whether you playing with knives, punches, poking somebody in the eye. Even if you poke somebody in the eye, it shouldn't be this. You should turn it so you get in the eye. You hit the eye and then you turn. That joint going in. He blind. He gonna grab this joint and get it right up out of there. You take somebody's eye out, they are not sticking around to fight. That is psychological warfare. Like someone to poke you in the eye, that's psychological. If you can fight through that, you're a beast.
That takes a lot of mental training, though.
Yeah,
that's training on a different level.
Yeah. It's just that add the spiral motion to every strike, and you're going to be a deadly striker. Very deadly.
I would say so.
Yeah.
I would say so. Now, what are your thoughts on palm striking? Yeah.
Oh, now that's a good thing. But the same thing, like here. All right, so I give this palm strike. All right, I add the spiral energy. But can this do something too? Yes. Why? Because the palm is the strongest base of your hand, so you can do damage. But the damage you're going to do with the palm is not going to be, because of the spread is spread out and it's not as specific as knuckles. The energy is going to spread out. So if you're palming, you should be palming like the center chest, or you should be palming the chin up. So if I'm a palm, it's going to be, I'm you know what I'm saying? Or I'm putting the palm center mass to make the chest cave in. Because you can palm somebody's face. It may be annoying, but they'll probably be able to take it. You might as well just punch him in the face.
Right up to the chin.
Yeah, you might as well just punch him in the face. But if you are going to use the palm, it's going to be a combination of a strike and a push.
Yeah.
Because that's what the palm, you get a good leverage with that. And like I said, to the center chest, bang, I can get you to, close you up or something. Should we try to master a certain technique? Example, I'm a huge fan of Skull and Bones. Is there a way to perfect that? Yeah. I wouldn't say perfect it, but you have the magic of training, which is called repetition. You want to do it repeatedly from different stances, different levels, on the move. You want to do it that it becomes your bad good habit. So if you try to hit somebody, they'll do something like a Skull and Bones, but it'll be a bad. Their head is down. They're not looking. So what you want to do is try to train your Skull and Bones to be and still be the watcher, like still see what's happening.
Yeah,
that it becomes like a muscle memory. It hits in the muscle memory and becomes a response to what's happening. Like you just do it. Like so even if somebody fakes at you, you're like, "Yo, what you doing, man?" Like it becomes that over, your naturally bad habit. So you want repetition to make it a good habit. And that's what you want to do. So yes, you throw up 100 Skull and Bones every day, times that by the end of the week, that's 700 Skull and Bones. You times that by the month, that's 2,800 Skull and Bones. You put 10 months on that, that's like 28,000 Skull and Bones. your body's gonna get it. It's gonna remember.
Advance is the basics done over again, done well.
Yeah, your body's gonna remember it. So the magic is numbers, which leads to repetition. Yeah. So repetition will bring you not to perfection, but you can get awfully close. You can get awfully close.
I would say that.
Because the only thing perfect is death. Remember that. The only thing perfection we know is death. Why? Because it misses nobody. Nobody's here that death is missed.
Deep.
So only death is perfect and absolute.
That's deep.
We get deep here. That's what I'm saying. I don't waste no weed, baby. Yeah. I'm a smoker. I'm become philosophical. You know what I'm saying? We get deep.
Philosophical.
Yeah, we get deep on them. We get deep here. We ain't gonna waste no hop. Who else? Man. We got somebody saying something. Got you. Good looks. Brother Lyte, can you explain the importance of the shoulder line? Very good one.
That's a good one right there. That's a good one.
Good one. All right.
So.
Okay, I can easily break that down. So he's going to face me. Hold on, no, face me.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
All right, bring it. So now we're facing each other. We're pretty much right in front of each other. You know what I'm saying? So I can punch him. This is the problem with being shoulder. See, both of my shoulders are lined up with his shoulder. This is no shoulder line happening here. I'm just first going to show you why it's necessary that you need it. So right now we lined up. So right here, we're 50-50. This is not what you want. We don't want 50-50. So now he moves over. Okay. Now this is shoulder line. So now I'm inside and parry. So, and we're off to the angle. So now we've both robbed each other of the right hand. See, he's shoulder lining too. So if a person is shoulder lining you too, he's just as pretty much as safe as you. Now y'all gonna have to work from there. Exactly. But the lames man won't do what he's doing. The lames man that want to punch incorrectly, he's gonna keep trying to get in front of you. This is where he's gonna feel safe, because he ain't learned shoulder line to launch his attack. So he's gonna keep, and you gotta keep. And when you're here, bang, 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 you're robbing him. He don't know what to do because he can't punch from here.
That's true.
His punching comes from being right in front of you. Cowabunga, Crow Magnum. That's what he knows. So every time you move him the shoulder line, you steal the shot on him. Bang, 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 bang. Then he'll try to move back in front of you. But somebody that is shoulder line with you, that knows what they're doing, he knows that he has to catch to your jab. Like, now we're back to Kung Fu masters, like, who makes the first move? Exactly. I'm going to go here. Ah, look at that. Yeah. Look at that man there. Look. And him, by staying his position, and we're still shoulder line,
yeah, exactly.
He was able to catch that. So that's the importance of shoulder line.
Yes, sir.
It's that you stay safe while you're fighting. Don't let no man stand in front of you. And, you know, and if he does try to stand in front of you, make him pay. Like back from Costa Rica, still on vacation. Gotta get rested back in the gym. Yeah, I know that you got Costa Rica legs right now. You got beach legs. You gotta get back to them work legs. Do you have any 52 block story about where things went left? Like I'm Mr. 52 in Constellation. Are there theories aside from the shoulder line theory? I've heard a concept called the triangle theory. It is related to footwork and angles. Yeah, I've heard of the triangle theory. You know, it takes work because you're gonna have to put it under pressure. You gotta be able to pull off that triangle while somebody's beelining at you. And if you can do that, then you know, I can see where moving in the triangle can help you. It could also help you to change your leads. Like you can go from a southpaw to orthodox with that triangle stepping. So there's nothing wrong with that. 52 block stories where things went wrong. Let me think. There's always a 52 block story where things went wrong. Well, you know, there's I guess one would be when I'm Mr. 52 sent his student, Master Cheese, down to the
Oh,
park.
shoot.
He gassed him up to come to the park. He came with two brothers now that I'm pretty cool with, Prince and Ace. But they were all at that time. They were all under the I'm Mr. 52 spell, and that's who they was rocking with. You choose your sides. So he came down. Now, young Burley had just won the Golden Glove. He was on fire. He was hot. He was so hot. The night before Golden Gloves, I sparred him. I've always sparred this man. Let me tell you something. He hit me with a right hand that if I didn't remember that he was young Burley, it was about to be a fight in that bitch. I was about to take gloves off and we won't get to scrapping because he was so sharp and dangerous. I couldn't get off, and this was for Golden Gloves, so I had to step it up for him. And I told him, I said, this spar match is gonna be between me and you. No cameras. We're gonna get it in because tomorrow you fight, and I want to see what you're gonna do tomorrow, right now. So you don't hold back. I ain't holding back. You ain't my student. I ain't your teacher. We going in, and we went in, and I can tell you, I took a slight beating. Now I had to overcome, but I was taking a slight beating. He was hot. He was sharp. So when they came to the park, I told Master Cheese, I was like, yo, I don't think you should do this. And he was like, nah, Rod told me that your style is whack. Y'all really don't know nothing about fighting. Y'all don't know about the math and the science and all of that. He was, dropping the science and saying that Rod had told him, our style wasn't strong enough to compare with him. And I'm like, listen, the young man just won the Golden Gloves. I don't think you should do this. You're going to come out looking bad, buddy. I don't think you're ready, because I seen what he's ready for. And he kept on going with like, nah, man, it sounds like, you really don't want to do it, and yada, yada, yada. And I said, you know what? All right, enough. Let's do it. Let's do it. And young Burley wanted to do it. He was over there like a pit bull, salivating. He wanted something because he was getting tired of all of the talking about his teacher, Mr. Lyte Burly. So when he strapped up to go in, he went in. And he hit him with a body shot that, listen, people, he shattered his pants. There was a little shat in his pants. He shattered them because that body shot bent them over. He shattered them in the pants. Like he felt that body shot. Then he went on to, like, if I would have let it go on another minute, he would have knocked him out because he was really trying to hurt him. Because I seen his energy and anger building up. It was turning from a display, which I like to give, to a personal vendetta. And we on concrete. I ain't gonna let my little homie left hook you trip, hit your head. Now we fighting an assault charge that you came for. I wasn't about to see. I was really saving young Burley more than him. I really didn't care about him. He could have tripped, and no disrespect. He could have hospital, slid out that park if need be. But I seen young Burley was hyping up to send him to the hospital, and I dove in there like a good rather. Calm down, boy. We ain't gonna kill him today. We showed them, and why did I say that is going wrong? Because it was black men against black men. That's what was wrong with it. Even though I engaged in it, and I engaged in seeing another black warrior get beat down. So that's what's wrong with it. And that's why, it won't happen like that again. It'll be more in if it is going to be that, it'll be more in the tournament setting where, there's people, there's doctors, there's some insurance, there's something to, contain it so that it doesn't go to emotions. Bash leg, good one. You're right about that one. I did have pina coladas for you. I love my pina coladas, man. I love my pina coladas. But yeah, I got a lot of 52 block stories. I've been doing it for like 20 years. So, even, me and ATL Burley, there's a story behind that.
Oh yeah.
How can I improve on speed with the Mitch, trying to get the combos crispy? The God Black, he won his combos crispy.
Oh shoot.
Gotta relax. Like, speed is definitely going to need a large layer of reaction. I think when we lose speed is when we try. You know what I'm saying? Like, so holding your hand up,
Yeah, watch out for that. I don't want to punch
no,
that.
no.
Yeah, just in case. So when you try to be fast, it's not as fast as you think. And more than anything, in trying to be fast, what you want to do, what you want to do is not be fast, is be quick. Like, so that's in your snatch back. That's where the speed comes from. Is that you can put it here where I'm almost already there.
Yeah. Wow.
And that quickness, I can create torque. And I've already traveled most of the distance. This is kind of like that 1-inch punch theory for 1-inch punches that you can really use. See, this stuff you ain't gonna have time to do in a fight, but I can be like, yo, chill, homie. Relax. See, I'll rock him with this, covering the distance, and before he know it, he gonna get the snap fast.
You're back in your guard.
And I'm back, and then I'm back, like, because I just punched him in the face. If I ain't knock him out, I gotta only think he wants to fight now. Because if I stab you with that one, you're gonna be mad. You're gonna be mad. You're gonna want to fight Uncle Lyte Burly. So once I stab you, I'm right back here, like I'm in my binoculars. So what we gonna do, son? We going to war or what? We going to war?
Facts.
Yeah, so your snatch back, to become quick and fast with your punches.
Relax. Put
everything on the snatch back. My Spanish boxing teacher taught me that. Peace the killer, salute the killer. He taught me a lot about the snatch back of the punch. It means a lot. It's the same way when you're popping somebody with a rag. It's not this that makes the pop. It's this. You know what I'm saying? When you're cracking somebody with or even a whip, it's not this that makes the crack. It's this. When you go, pow, and then the tip of that joint goes bang. So it's that snatch back, snatch. Techniques that needs to be dialed in for speed, no wasted motion or energy. Salute, Dink the Professor. Dropping that Burly science. Is it a coincidence that all Burleys just be on some philosophical dropping science, or is it something that happens when you become a Burly? No, I don't want to say something that happens because I believe it's already there. I think the Burly awakens it.
Yeah, exactly. Just let everything.
It lets it out. Because Dink the Professor is the professor. Yeah. This man is part of the book. He lives
up to his name.
Yeah. He flew to New York. He came and got that work. Like, we moved around. Let me tell you about Dink the Professor. He got donkey hands. I don't know if you know what donkey hands is. It's them donkey-handed people. You know what I'm saying? The fist just slap across your face and it may wobble you. You know what I'm saying? He came with donkey hands, came with heart, and a mind to learn. And now he's Dink the Professor. If you ever purchase the book, Dink has a section. He's wrote part of that book. I don't know if anybody ever knows that. It's actually 3 people. It's me, Dink the Professor, and Gunhand Burly, a.k.a. Peter Couts. And all of our minds came together to make that book. So salute to the people around me. Never ever think that Burly is just one. Burly is the many. We, like Legion, we are the many.
And we're growing too.
And we're growing.
Accepting all applications.
Yes. And if you're ever in the UK and you need somebody to teach you 52, look up Dink the Professor. If you're in Georgia and I'm not around, you find the ATL Burly. I'm on the move. But we got more Burleys coming. We got Burleys in Cali, Bully Burly. You ever make it to Cali, you go look up Bully Burly. Make it to Vegas, we got Vegas Burly out there. You make it down to Sandusky, Ohio, we got Jay the Phenom Burly out there. You make it upstate, we got Nace the Star Burly, he's up there. You make it to the Bronx or Brooklyn, we got the Problem Burly. Oh my, and he's a problem. That boy's a problem.
Yeah.
Big problem. You make it to Jersey, we got Tai Chi Burly. I told you, we are the many. We are the Legion.
We everywhere.
We are everywhere. You make it to another part of Burly, you got King Sean Burly, a.k.a. my son. Son Burly. He out there in Jersey. You know what I'm saying? You also make it to Manhattan, you can find Diamond Burly, Left Hook Tay. I can go on. I can keep this moving. You know what I'm saying? We are the many. We are the many, and we're looking for more. You make it out there to Texas, we got what's the name out there? Damar Smith Burly. That's right. The
Capoeira man, mixing the Capoeira with the Burly.
Oh, yeah, it's good work.
Yeah,
Good work.
very good work. So all that to say is that we got Burleys everywhere. The eyes are everywhere. And oh yeah, and you make it to Denmark, we got Magic Burly. That's right. That's right. You go to Denmark. We out the country too. We got Canuck Burly over there in Canada. You make it to Canada, you go call up Canuck Burly. He picked that name. I didn't give him that one. Out of all the names, he picked the Canuck. Wait, I guess it must be a Canada thing. But I like the spin on it. Canuck Burly. Oh yeah, we got Spider Burly. Got Spider Burly. That's right. He over there, and I think he in Rhode Island. I think he was Connecticut. Spider Burly's in Connecticut. Yeah. So we growing. We growing. We gonna be all over the map soon. Like soon in every state there's gonna be a Burly. Oh yeah, you make it down. You got Coach Cool Burly down there in Alabama. You go to Bama, you can go meet up with Coach Cool Burly. He got you. He gonna usher you right into the Burlyism. See, we got you. We looking out for you. But that was good. We don't want to do too much time, but I like to thank everybody in the chat for stopping through. Let me see. Make sure I ain't okay. Dropping jewels. I appreciate that, bro. Salute. Think the professor says salute. That's right. We always gonna talk that Burly talk. Yes, today sir. We had ATL Burly on the live with us. Definitely like to thank him for giving his time and his thoughts and his words on 52. And as always, hands up, chin down, rumble. Young man rumble.